Hey fans and subscribers, this is your host Joe on the Gaming for Insight channel. And in this video, I will be showing you on settings you can tune for playing the Quake 2 Remastered Edition game on the ASUS ROG Ally. And we're going to be looking at two tools, the x86 tuning utility and also Armory crate, as well as in-game settings that you can apply. So first, let me go to our x86 tuning utility. I'm going to select pre-made. I'm going to make sure that I have the ECO or Eco preset enabled. This preset is designed to prioritize energy efficiency over performance. Once I have that selected, I'm going to go down to adaptive. Now, you can refresh this icon if this is the first instance in which you are using the tuning utility, and you will find a selection of games that you can choose from. In this case, I'm just creating the settings within a default profile. Let's look at the max temperature unit setting. I have this set at 40. This is done in an effort to throttle the CPU component of the APU to see if the game can work with the CPU component underclocked based on its base clock. And I tried 35 degrees on this, and I saw stuttering that was happening with the game, as well as the sound having a static-like sound. So I recommend 40 in this case. Let's next transition to the max power limit. And I have this set very low. This is not going to be a surprise for this game. It is an older game. It does not take much power on the APU for running this game. So I was happy to see that our wattage is at 8 for this. I did not adjust the max curve optimizer limit. Let's next transition to the Turbo Boost Overdrive iGPU settings. And this is much lower than what would be the base clock speed of the iGPU if it is in alignment with the 780M on the Ryzen 7 7840U. Though no surprise here that we can keep these low for the game. The minimum CPU clock limit, I did not change this value. And the Radeon graphics options, I did not adjust these settings. So do make sure after you select these options or anything similar to it with the settings to save the profile. And then also, if you are about to start the game, make sure that you initiate the adaptive mode. In this case, adaptive mode is already activated. Next, so that we don't have any interference from Armory Crate, I am going to go to Armory Crate right now. I am going to select Quake 2. I'm going to enter in the game profile, and I am going to go to configuration. And I have a custom profile. I call it 8W for 8 watt. Though here I have the SPL set at 8 watt. The SPPT and FPPT I have set at 15 watt as there is no lower that those values can go. And I do not have my fan curves very steep because we are not drawing much power for the APU in this case. And I want to make sure that the game launches with this custom profile set. So now we can look at some in-game settings and see some gameplay.
So before we jump into some gameplay, you can see on the left-hand overlay side here that my manual mode 8W is selected, and I am working with the 720p resolution and the 60 hertz refresh rate. Next, let's look at some in-game settings here. Let's go to options. Let's go to display. Let's go to open video settings. We can just select that, and I do have vertical sync enabled. Now you can do this through the AMD Adrenalin driver as you would like to do if you do want to do that, though you can just see here that I do have that enabled. So we'll go back, and now that we have that out of the way, let's jump into some gameplay. All right, and that is our video on using certain settings to extend battery life on the ASUS ROG Ally with playing Quake 2, the remaster. I hope this video finds you as helpful. The channel is making more videos like these across this device, the ANEO 2S as well. So do stay with the channel for those videos. And with that, let me leave you now with the words of Commander Shepard from Mass Effect. I should go.